This is Regina at Count Station Honey Farm. Well, since I'm not allowed to have a still, I have found another outlet for my illegal activities. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make some dandelion wine. Now, I've never done this before, so we're on an adventure. So what I did is I took and picked 2 quarts of dandelion, the blossoms, and I put them in a gallon of water, and of boiling water now, and let it steep for 3 days in a covered pot. Now what we're going to do now is we're simply going to take the tea here, and I got to separate it. Now you want to keep the water, you want to get rid of the dandelions, so you're going to strain it. It is a rather okay. Now we're going to rinse out our pan. Now this is what you had your dandelion tea in. Of course you want to rinse that out with some good warm water. Now, okay. Now your dandelions, although it started out quite a bit more, this is what you have left from your dandelions after you've soaked them and everything. Okay, now we'll get rid of those in a second. Now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to strain it through. Excuse me, Courtney. We're going to strain it through again. So I'm going to rinse out my colander. Just some warm water. And I'm going to put it on this pan. And I'm going to get rid of the dandelions in this towel. So you want to cut that off. Okay. Now I took my dandelions, got rid of it, and I took my colander and put it back into my pan, and I washed out my tea towel good. This is just a flour sack tea towel, is all that is. And I'm going to take the dandelion tea and I'm going to pour it back into the hopefully not spilling it, colander, and let it strain through one more time. This will just make sure that if we missed anything, we will catch it. Yep, we did catch a little bit more. I'll set this aside too. We'll wash that in a second. Now, the things that we're going to have next is you have to, some of the things you do have to have. You have to have 9 cups of sugar. You've got to have 4 oranges and 3 lemons. We're going to use the juice of those. We have to have some balloons. And then we got to have some bottles to put our wine in. Those are pretty, aren't they? You like those? Okay, now that's what we're going to do. And of course, we got to have yeast. Now you have to have the yeast because you have to have the sugar and the yeast work together for fermentation. See, I was there during biology and chemistry. Okay, so I'm going to take and measure out, cut it out just a second because I can get my measuring cup, okay? Okay, the next thing we're going to do now that I've got a measuring cup, we're going to take and add, let's take and add our oranges and our lemons next. Now you just want the juice of them, and I have a cut on my finger, so this ought to be really interesting. A nice burn. But just take your lemon, and you're going to be getting the juice out of that. Now, a lot of people have juicers, and I think I have one too, but I just don't know exactly where it's at. So, and I'm not going to go look it up right now. So, Plus, I'm pretty sure this is what God made hands for. There's a lemon. Ouch, it does burn. I figured it would. Look how pretty. This is a nice orange. Okay, we're going to add the rest of the oranges and the lemons, and then we'll be right back. We'll get our sugar and our yeast in. Next thing I'm going to do, I've got the lemons and the oranges in there. What we need to do now is after you put it in there, make sure you strain it again, because you get pulp and you get seeds too. So make sure. So I did that. So we're back to this. Now, what I'm going to do at this point is look at my note that I wrote myself, and I'm going to add 9 cups of sugar. There's 1 cup. Now, this bag is 4-pound bag of sugar. It has 8 cups in it. So you can just add this and 1 cup, and you got your 9. Wow. I probably better stir that. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to steep this down a little bit to let the sugar dissolve. Now I'm not going to boil it. I'm not going to cook it. I'm just going to take and let the sugar dissolve and get warm, which it will. And then in the meanwhile, I'm going to have a cup of warm water, and I'm going to add 1 package of yeast. And if you have a jar, that would be 2½ teaspoons. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay. I took, and like I say, I just let this warm up. See, it isn't even so hot that I can't even put my hand in it. It's just a nice little tap of water. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my yeast to it now. I wanted it to bloom just a little bit. So I put my yeast in the tap of water the same way you would bread. Let's see what happens when I put it in. Smell bad at all. We'll let you take the first drink, Bruce Barnes, and see if it kills you. Now, we're going to put it in the bottles. We're going to try it. I took them and have my funnel out here. Now I've got to have a ladle. Could use this on the opposite side. Well, let's see what our brew looks like. A certain look of dishwater. Now, with balloon in hand, we're going to put it around the top of our bottle and hope not to spill it. Now, we're going to take and put this in a nice dark spot. I'll probably just use my utility room, but an area that doesn't get a lot of sun. And that has to set for 6 weeks. Now I'm going to have to watch it because according to the instructions, this mixture will blow up that balloon. And I've got to let the air out of it. It also says that if you want your wine to have a pretty yellow color, you can add a little bit of food coloring in it. I think I'll just let mine go. I want it to be natural. So whenever I have Connie Cassini and Sue and Pearl and Mabel and Ronnie over and Doug, I'll give you some Dandelion wine. See ya.